Hi, baseball fans. This is Ben Lucas, and I'm at Citifield, and I'm with the World Championship manager, the Philadelphia Phillies, Charlie Manuel. Charlie, congratulations. I was at that World Series last year, and it's a great World Series for you.
Thank you, Ed. I enjoyed meeting you, and I'm glad you come to the game tonight. And I believe it's a treat talking to you.
Thank you very much. Talk a little bit about the Philly team of last year, and you having any problems a little bit this year with some of the injuries.
Yeah, well, basically, our team last year, of course, we got going we really hit our stride like at the end of August, 1st of September. Played real good down the stretch. Everything came together for us. Our pitching was probably the best it's been since I've been in Philadelphia as far as how we did it and the consistency. We got enough hits in the big situation. It wasn't like we were really hitting a whole lot, but we got big hits when we needed it, and we caught the ball. This year, starting the season, our pitching's been a little inconsistent, but we got the same guys just about we had last year. There's no reason why that we cannot compete and go back to the World Series, because I think we're going to hit better, and also we still got a real good defense. So it's just a matter of us playing baseball more in a consistent way. If we get back into a stretch like we had at the end of last year, we got a chance to be a real good team.
Talk about leadership a little bit. Who was your mentor growing up?
Well, when I was growing up, I had guys. I'd say my mentor was, from a player standpoint, was Ted Williams. But I was fortunate enough as a player that I played with Walter Austin when he was with the Dodgers. He was my manager. Billy Martin. I had some Bill Rigney. I had different managers, and I think that they definitely play a part in my thinking about baseball. But what I learned a lot was the fact that I played 20 years. I played 6 years in Japan, and believe it or not, I got a lot out of that too. So, but my mentor probably as a player was definitely Ted Williams.
How far is Billy Martin? I have to ask about Billy Martin. He was a strong manager, had a strong will, and knew the game of baseball, and I'm sure you must have some stories about Billy.
I can tell you stories about Billy Martin for the next year, good and bad. Billy Martin definitely was a player's manager. He was very strict, especially when the game started, loose after the game, but when the game was going on, you better be watching. If you wasn't playing in the game, you better be watching it, and you better be talking baseball to him. You better not miss anything that's going on the field, and and also he taught you how to play the game right.
Tell us a funny Billy Martin story, if you don't mind.
Look, I can tell you a whole lot of them, but I've seen him get kicked out of games sometimes where he would kick dirt up on the umpire, kicked it on the home plate, and he would like his voice, he would scream, but nothing would come out. I'll tell you one good story, one true story. We're playing in Detroit one night, and I want to say Detroit's beating us 4-3. It's in about the top of the 8th inning. And Killebrew hit a double. He sent me in to run for him. At that time I was sitting on the bench. He sent me in to run for Killebrew. I went out there, and I got about probably 3 or 4 feet off the base, and you kind of lean down the stretch, and Mickey Stanley's standing there with a ball.
Oh boy.
And he tagged me out, and I did not want to go back to home plate because I saw him over in the dugout, and you could tell his veins had popped out of his neck, and I knew he was screaming. And really, if I could have got out of there, or if I could have gone over the fence or something, I would have. But I went running back to that dugout, and he's screaming and hollering, and nothing's coming out of his voice. And so I go over and sit down, and he kind of walks up to me, and he just looks me right in the eyes, and he can't say nothing, no. And I finally started saying, well, say something. And he looked at me, and he finally got something out. He says, don't worry about it. It was my fault for putting you in.
Adversity. We all have some type of adversity in life. What has been your adversity?
I've been, I'd say, there's been a lot of things that, that I've had to overcome, and I'm just like anybody else. I've had problems just like anybody else, and I think the game of baseball has helped me get through some of the stuff, that were downers in my life, and I've been in the game so long, and I think the adversity part is something that everyone likes, has to live through. And they have to make adjustments, and I think baseball has helped me, as far as that goes.
One other thing, as far as baseball today and when you played, any big changes?
I'd say baseball is a little bit harder. Bats are harder. Ballpark's a little smaller as a whole. You know, like some big ballparks, like this one here. This is a big ballpark, but the ballpark's a little bit smaller, and the mounts lower. I think it's more. I think with the popularity of baseball and what the fans want to see, there's more hitting in the game now than there used to be. There used to be more pitchers. Pitching, and the pitching, like you'd see a good pitch game like 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 games more now than you more then than you do now. And I think those are the difference. I think the fans and the media are you know, like offensive minded, but also I'm an offensive manager, so I like it.
You have been in the new Yankee Stadium and in this ballpark.
Yes.
Your opinion about it?
I like it. I like this ballpark here. I think it's a beautiful ballpark. It's big. It's a little bit bigger than Yankee Stadium as far as dimension-wise. Yankee Stadium, absolutely love it. I think it's a brand new old Yankee Stadium is what it is, and the inside of the locker rooms and the facility part of it is very modern and it's absolutely beautiful.
Talking about one of the things as far as baseball, the designated hitter in the American League and the National League not having the designated hitter. What do you prefer?
I like the National League. I think the National League, there's more situations in the game where you got to manage, and you got to have a different kind of team. You got to have guys on the bench that can do things and help you win the game. Also, the changing of pitchers. In the American League, you know, like if a pitcher is pitching good and for some reason you're losing the game or something, you want to leave him in, you know, like you can. In the National League, of course, when his turn comes to hit, a lot of times you're forced to take him out of the game. Also, how you use your relievers. You don't have to put them in and you know, like you don't have to change, you know, like pitchers, you know, like basically because your offense, you know, like you can put the guys in exactly when you want to because they don't have to hit.
John, I want to thank you very much for taking out the time to talk to me. I know you're a busy man with this great Philadelphia team, and I want to wish you the best of luck and continued success.
I appreciate that, and thank you. It's good talking to you.
Very much, Charlie. Thank you very much. This is Ed Lucas.
Yeah, thank you.
As I said.